Watch them a talk about no, but them a do it. Watch them a talk about how them woulda never do it. When the fire start, when them a go feel the heat.
How much do you know about reggae and dancehall? Are they different? Are they the same? Hello, I'm Doris Dean. Welcome to Carib Nation. With me today is Professor Carolyn Cooper of the University of the West Indies in Jamaica. She's written a book titled Sound Clash, Jamaican Dancehall Culture at Large. In this book, she helps us understand the language of the masses, what the DJs are saying, and the importance of understanding this in Jamaican culture. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Cooper.
A pleasure.
And it is a pleasure to have you. We're going to talk about your book, Sound Clash, Dancehall at Large. Let us first, for the benefit of our listeners, explain the difference between what is dancehall and what is reggae.
All right.
Which came first?
Well, reggae came first. As you know, it's the music, Jamaican popular music of the 60s and 70s, you know, powerful music. And the one drop reggae beat, you know, that's the reggae beat. And then dancehall came in the early 80s, electronically enhanced rhythms, the use of computer-generated beats and faster-paced delivery, and you had not so much singing as what we call DJ talking over the rhythm. That's a characteristic in terms of the form of the music, and much more of an emphasis on beats. And in fact, the rhythms of dancehall evoke the drum beats of, you know, of African music, of Jamaican revival music, Pentecostal music, and this kind of thing. So that in terms of the actual structure of the music, you can see a difference. But one of the things I argue in the book is that some of the themes from reggae carry over into dancehall. Right, social and political protest, for example, is there in dancehall as much as it was in reggae. Maybe people may not say as much as, but some people don't see anything at all of social and political content in dancehall because for such a long period the focus was on sexuality. Right. But especially with the emergence of the Rastafari DJs like Caperton, Sizzler, Anthony B, you see the political edge to Jamaican popular music returning to the dancehall.
Now, reggae, as we know, has gone across the world, put Jamaica on the map more so than it ever was. But dancehall has done it differently. And I want to talk to you about, number one, why did you find it necessary? Why did you think it necessary to write this book? What was it about dancehall that was intriguing or not known well enough that you felt that you had to explain?
Yes. Well, my first book, Noises in the Blood, Orality, Gender, and the Vulgar Body of Jamaican Popular Culture, looked at a whole range of popular cultural texts produced in Jamaica, starting with some pre-20th century song texts that I found in books written by British, one was an overseer, Morton, and they represented Jamaican popular culture of the period accurately and interestingly enough suggested ways of seeing Jamaican popular culture that relate to dancehall. So I started with these pre-20th century song texts and then went on to look at the work of people like Louise Bennett, who, though now seen as part of the literary canon for the West Indies, you know, didn't for a long time have that respectability because she was writing in Jamaica and what she was doing was seen as comic stuff and not taken seriously. I went along the continuum. I looked at the dub poets, Jean Breeze and Mikey Smith. I then looked at The Harder They Come, the novelization of the film by Michael Thelwell. Then I looked at, you know, Bob Marley's song as literary text, and then I finally ended up with the DJs because I felt that they were part of a whole spectrum of verbal creativity in Jamaica. And the reception that chapter in particular on the DJs got was so powerful that I felt that really I wanted to explore the matter more fully. And so I ended up doing this other book now that really developed the work I did, the early work on dancehall. I call that chapter Slackness, Hiding from Culture, Erotic play in the dance hall.
Yes.
So, and I also feel that it's important for us as academics to take our own culture seriously, or popular culture seriously, because if you think from a literary perspective of what people consider important in Caribbean literary circles, it would be the great writers like the Walcotts and the Naipauls and Reese and these kind of people. And in fact, I did my PhD thesis on Derek Walcott, and I could see a kind of split in his work, the poetry being very much Eurocentric oriented, and then the theater, the drama, is where he tried to come to terms with the folk culture. And so in a sense, my work in Caribbean literary studies has been trying to engage the popular folk end of the spectrum, because that is a bit that gets left out most often.